the fun part about it all, no one gave a damn.
Nobody does.
Nobody gives a fuck. Like, boy, if you're having fun, have the most fun, because that's what Bushfire is about. It's about letting loose. Like, okay, for me personally, right, because I wanted tattoos at a very young age. There's a story I always tell everyone, and I say it with my chest. I wanted tattoos when I was 4. I wanted tattoos when I was 4. Yes, I didn't understand fully what they were then, but they were beautiful, and I wanted them because I had always been feeling naked. So if I had kids, and my kids could tell me like, yo, mama, I want a tattoo. It doesn't matter how young they are, but the basic fact that you can express to me that you would like to express yourself, I'd fucking say go for it.
The body modification space, I feel like it's led by women, because we get a lot of women that actually get tattoos compared to men, because the actual stats that people think is that men get more tattoos than women, you know, because they are masculine and all of that. But the factual part is that women get tattoos and they influence men. That has been my observation.
So I bump into like pretty much the same stereotype heavily tattooed men bump into. The only difference is they don't get catcalled all day, every day.
And the touching.
And the touch. And the touching. Welcome to Mzansi Tattoo Stories, episode 5. Surprise, surprise, today I am your host. My name is Adija, and I am with Ndumiso, Mataung, and stuff.
Hello, guys. It's been a minute. I hope everyone is good. We've had a great time because of the festival. We just came from the festival. A crazy festival.
Wait. Sorry. We have to start again. We forgot to do, if you're into tattoos, breaking down the culture shit. I told you I'm a terrible host. I've been forgetting these things.
Okay, I was just introing them. I wasn't talking about the festival. There's still also that I want to talk about. It's just like topics that are subtopics that we're going to do.
So we start again from scratch?
No, we don't start from scratch. Even if Ski doesn't chop it, it's okay. It's fine, roll like this.
Yeah, you must chop it when...
Don't chop Ski.
Chop it.
Yeah, no, we've been working, coming from like a hectic festival. And yeah, today we also have somebody's birthday.
It is Am's birthday.
Do you want to sing for Ami?
Yeah, we'll sing for Ame. Because then, like, there's a little some going on with Ams. She's going through a little stage fright thing. She's a bit shook up the camera. But don't worry. Sooner than you expect. Right here.
But she is on our pages if you want to see her.
Mm-hmm. The lady that was getting the surface triggers. The one literally, she's a murderer. Yeah, it's Ams. Our front desk is getting old today. And we're grateful. Happy birthday, Mama.
Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday, Amma. How old are you turning?
Yeah, it's
a
rude.
crime to ask all.
No. Why do ladies feel like it's a crime when you ask that?
It's rude to ask a lady her age.
No, why is it rude? Tell me, why is it rude?
Why are you asking how old she is? How old does she look?
She has like an ID and age, right?
Mm.
Why is it a crime to ask her because she's a lady?
I'm over legal age. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
You're over legal age. We know that, but we're asking how old are you?
Hey, why does the number matter?
It does matter.
Why?
It does matter.
Why does it matter?
It matters how also you want to find out if it's a sugar daddy or a young boy.
Makes sense, but it's
I want to find out if Ami is young or old.
She's old. She is old.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
28.
Okay.
Did I hit the nail?
Almost. You're not too off. Almost.
27.
Yeah.
It's Chai. Any kids?
Hey,
see, this is why we keep telling you it's
Any
rude.
kids? Any kids? Where are the kids?
You see, this is why we tell y'all it's rude to ask a lady. This is why we say it's rude. Mind your business. Are you gonna help her pay for her kids and stuff when? Where the kids and stuff?
No, you're getting old. You're almost at 30
Take
now.
your time. The world is yours, Mama. Take your time. I'll grow at your own pace.
Thank you, mama.
There's no pressure. The last thing you're ever gonna do is listen to a man. Okay, trust the chicken before you trust the man.
Oh,
You'll
wow.
never go wrong.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay, so today's episode is actually jam-packed with a lot of fun topics. We're actually going to be talking about our experience at this year's 2024 MTN Bushfire Eswatini. That was an experience and a half. I hope we all had fun because I know for a fact I had fun. I went to my resident stage. My boy, big shout out to Valentine's Music. Okay, forever the stage. That's forever my stage. That's my home when I'm at Bushfire. That's the best stage, buddy. That's the best stage. How was your 2024 Bushfire?
I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. I actually used a lot of back pains.
You didn't do
It
anything.
was a lot, man. Like, look, I had the greatest time nonetheless. Besides, back pains and all that and standing and the event being a 3-day event and you still need to drive there, and set up on a daily, but it was a fun-filled event. You meet like diverse people from different cultures.
Yeah.
People that believe in different things and, that are just there for fun. It's people that are not about who you are, what do you do. They just, want to connect and be in this one beautiful space and have fun. So I had a great time.
And which day was your favorite day? Remember there's day 1 to 3?
My favorite day, Sunday was short.
Sundays are short. Please do something about Sundays. You guys close too early.
Sundays were short. Sunday is normally my favorite day because Friday is normally the start. It starts out very nicely on Friday. Saturday, it gets very hectic, like super hectic. Sunday was nice and calm because people were coming with camp chairs. It was that vibe, but I felt like it was too short because of the work. People that don't know why we're talking so much about Bushfire, Soweto Inc. was at the Bushfire Festival having a store. We were tattooing people at the festival. So that's why we're talking about Bushfire so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so nonetheless, I think Sunday, I will take a Sunday.
Okay.
Which was your favorite day?
Day 1, 2, and 3, buddy. All off. You see day 2? Day 2 had me in a chokehold, but I loved all 3 days. Okay, I know we go to Bushfire for work, right? But I go for more than just work. I go to let loose, get myself together, breathe, interact, make new friends, meet new people with different beliefs and cultures, I actually got to learn a shitload of new stuff from people because I got to meet people that were there that were camping with stretched ears and like serious piercings. And it was so crazy. It was so amazing. It was so beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's addictive. For us to see Bushfire again, another year and another year and another year and another year.
Is that too long for you though?
No. I will always go. But like, I will take my greatest of grandkids to Bushfire.
How much you love Bushfire. That's how much you love Bushfire.
Buddy, think about it this way, right? It's 3 days of... How do I explain this without English kicking me in the ass? But it's just 3 days of whoa. You get me? Like,
I totally agree.
Like, it doesn't matter if you're sober, drunk, high, work under pressure. Like, it's just, our stall is always busy. It's crazy busy at Bushfire. Like, half the time, you're halfway losing your mind and it's hard for you to get your shit together. Especially when there's clients and when you're helping another one, before you can even say, there's another one that's sitting down on your chain. You have to do another piercing, right? But it's just 3 days of whoa, I can actually work under these circumstances. Whoa, I can actually work with these amount of people. Because I don't know if people know this, but people can be draining. Different energies meeting, it doesn't matter how many good people you meet. It's just also sustaining your energy on your own to actually interact with all these people can also be draining. It doesn't matter how good of energies they bring to you. It's just a matter of maintenance. Maintaining your energy throughout those 3 days was also a great it was I wouldn't say a struggle, but it builds something within you, you know? And then also, like, I've always had shit people skills. I'm not going to lie. I used to be very, very shook of people. I never used to be able to talk to people, but every single year I go to Bushfire and I'm talking to like hundreds of clients in 72 hours. It's like, shit, and the lady can actually talk. Like, I know I talk a lot when I'm comfortable around you guys, but nigga, I can talk.
So like from you just talking about like having fun at the festival, but how do you like kind of gauge or like which one how much fun did I have while you were working? Because I mean, I remember you were working most of the time. You didn't have fun, but you had the most fun according to what you say.
Yep, I had the most fun. Let me tell you about something about those stages, okay? There's 3, if not 4 stages, and I can hear all of them. Like, okay, main stage is playing something, but Valentine's, my boy, when it's playing, I am alive and conquering. Yo, I remember, I forgot the DJ's name, but there's a DJ that played Travis Scott. My boy, I was raving. I was Travis Scott raving in the store. I was living my best life. I was in my own little bubble. And the fun part about it all, no one gave a damn.
Nobody does.
Nobody gives a fuck. Like, boy, if you're having fun, have the most fun, because that's what Bushfire is about. It's about letting loose. Like, it's okay to work, you know, but then, like, I don't know. Have you ever had fun and work while you're working, you're having fun at the same time? Like, good music, good people, my money's making money, you know, the things are singing, the combos are communicating. Like, buddy, I cannot complain. I cannot complain. As much as the were challenging clients, the were challenging stencils, the were challenging piercings, you know, and keeping our clients entertained and up and about was a bit hectic and a bit tiresome. It was amazing. It was amazing. Like, you see, when you're working and you're going crazy and all the strings in your head are snapping, but you're doing something you really, really love, but all my strings can snap. All the screws can get loose. I will screw them back on when I'm back home. It's fine. It's fine. It's Bushfire. It's fine.
So like the cultures there, like
It's
I kind of
diverse.
came across a lot of different cultures and different people, and you know, where you look at them, some you wonder which culture they're from. Some you can actually tell, you know. So how was it for you meeting like different cultural
It's amazing.
backgrounds?
It's always amazing because there's always something new to learn. There's always something new to learn at Bushfire. Like, you're not meeting the same people every year. As much as we do have a Bushfire family, big ups to our Bushfire family, by the way. Thank you again for seeing us. We love you guys very, very much. But as much as a lot of cultures, I don't know. I think I have this thing, right? Like, I'm very curious. I'm very, very curious. Like, I constantly want to know your culture. I constantly want to understand your being, your spirituality, what your culture thinks about body mod and all of that. You know, like, I just enjoy getting drunk off of cultural knowledge. Like, I find it very addictive and thrilling.
Well, what culture that you felt like was a bit interesting?
Ooh, I got to meet and chill with the hippies this year. Not chill as in like chill, but on my way to the bathrooms, I bumped into a hippie community and they were amazing. Like, I actually got to understand their lifestyle as a whole, besides being potheads and wearing recycled clothes and being recyclers. I actually got to learn the essence of their being, you know? And I learned, like, you know what? Like, besides them being free-spirited, they're so free because I don't know how to explain this, but like, I got to understand or taste the element of freedom through my conversation with them. You get me? Like, and I don't know if you've ever gone through that where you're talking to someone, you actually just taste the element of freedom. Like, whoa. Like, so you actually just do this because, like, fuck everything else. You choose to do this and it works for you. Like, I actually got to taste just the elements of freedom while talking to them. It had my mind running and thinking, you know, and like, every time I'm from Bushfire, day 1, 2, and 3, I come back with points to self-introspect on. You know, so
there's this other guy from this other year that actually did a tattoo on the bum, talking about free. People are so free. Like that guy was like, he wants it on the bum. And it was just like, wow, at a festival.
But D actually wanted to talk about that. You know why I love festivals so much, especially Bushfire? Besides like freedom, you get to be you unapologetically. Like last year and this year, like I was sitting back and thinking about like between last year and this year, I'd say I've had the clients that with the what the fuck factor, like what the hell? Like for real, you're serious, like you're dead ass, you know? And this year I had a very interesting client. She came for an intimate piercing and our lights died. Yo, Ndimisa, I went through a moment where I started doubting myself, my own skills, you know, because like I was like, shit, the lights are off. I need to do this piercing because she's also not this confident about doing this and that and that and that and that, right? But this woman looked at me dead as in the eyes and said, yo, you got this. I believe in you. There's no lights. That's fine. Here's a torch. Let's use my phone. Do you know what she did? She made sure I did that piercing. Like, it was amazing. Because like half the time, when you're panicking as a piercing artist, low-key deep down inside, you're like, shit, what the fuck am I going to do? You know? And you're praying to God that your client doesn't notice this. But then having a client that's going through all of this with you, like going through this with you.
With you, yeah.
It changes the whole dynamic. It changes, like, after that whole entire experience, like, I felt like the best motherfucking piercing artist on the whole goddamn motherfucking planet. Ain't nobody can say shit to me. Like, I don't know, it gave... It's just amazing, bro. Like, just something about Bushfire clients and just uplifting your spirits, especially like when you... I don't know, sometimes it's like they can smell that you're going through some shit. Because then they actually specifically ask for you.
Yeah.
You know? And you're like, huh? Me? You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I left an imprint on your memory, you know? And that actually does... It makes me want to cry. No, it really does make me want to cry when I think about
Our
it.
frontline, what do you think of just generally the tattoo culture that was happening at the festival?
Okay, I think it was interesting because there's a lot of different people that came from a lot of different places and wanted to have maybe a memorabilia of it, you know. I think a lot of the times when we do tattoos at events and we forget that there is an element of, you know, this is permanent. This person put their trust in us. You know, the service is actually part of the biggest part of getting this person comfortable.
Don't you think maybe sometimes they make like rational decisions where it's a spur of the moment?
That's the best part about it.
Yeah, for the most part, some people do, but I would say even throughout the day when people were still conscious, I'm talking the first day, there were people who were coming from as far as Spain. We were meeting French people that were like, okay, we're in Africa. This is our first time here. We'd like to get something.
So they get them as souvenirs.
Yeah.
Almost, that they're going to keep for the rest of their life. So I found that really, really cool. And beyond the fun element of like going to the stages, the festivities, I think the most interesting part also for me were the experiences, like meeting the people and having their different opinions. I actually have a question to pose towards you guys about one of an encounter that I had with a client. It's something that we've spoken about briefly, but it really stuck with me because it was a family.
Yeah.
So they all wanted to come in for piercings, tattoos. Basically, they all wanted to come in for piercing, tattoos, and the daughter and the dad were getting matching tattoos. Even they made it a whole thing once they found our stall. But the major thing that stuck with me was the fact that they let their children get tattoos after 16. Mm-hmm. So they all have to, their parents both have tattoos, heavily into the body modification industry, but they don't wait until their children are of legal age, what most would say legal age.
18.
Yeah, so how do you guys feel about that? Like a child being able to say, this is what I want on my body forever at the age of 60, or not a child, but an adolescent being able to say like...
Well, look, I look into the relationship you have with your family or, you know, your children, because that's where it comes from. I mean, if it's a healthy way of living, there's a healthy way of living where you guide your children, you understand your children, they understand you. I mean, I don't see a problem. Children, not children, 16 getting a tattoo. You know, nothing big though, you know, but like something, you know, warming up
She had a
to
whole spine
18.
She has a spine. She has a spinal tattoo. Like the daughter had a spinal tattoo. She's
And
coming
the
in
only
for
reason her brother couldn't get
At
a tattoo.
16?
Yes, she was matriculating.
This
She was one
year.
of my favorite clients, actually. Her dad and her got like a Rick and Morty tattoo. Like, she's full on tatted.
Wow. I don't think in black families that's.
But
We're
I'm
not
asking
talking
you
about black families, we're talking
what
about you.
personally, would you allow that? Like, to that extent, you going through to the tattoo?
I mean, if I said no, I would be contradicting what I stand for and what currently Soweto Inc. is. So I would say yes. I would definitely agree my daughter having piercings and tattoos at 16. As long as I can see that, you know, she's focused, she's well focused, and she can respect me in a way. She understands when I tell her, no, this is not going to work because of 1, 2, and 3, you know, and she understands that she's not like a rebellious child and stuff like that. If she's a rebellious child, then I don't see any point in really engaging in all of those things. But if she's a very understanding person where a no is a no, a yes, or you can try this, do it this way type of thing, I think we can come to an agreement.
Okay, and then how would you feel about because there's a second part to it.
Yeah.
Getting, like, doing the activity with them, basically. Like, how do you feel about
That's amazing. That is amazing. I mean, I think that's a beautiful memory.
Let's go. We're in this together. Okay, for me personally, right? Because I wanted tattoos at a very young age. There's a story I always tell everyone, and I say it with my chest. I wanted tattoos when I was 4. I wanted tattoos when I was 4. Yes, I didn't understand fully what they were then, but they were beautiful, and I wanted them because I had always been feeling naked. So if I had kids, and my kids could tell me like, yo, mama, I want a tattoo. It doesn't matter how young they are. But the basic fact that you can express to me that you would like to express yourself in an outward manner that is, what's the word I'm looking for? That is not unruly. Unruly sounds negative. That is unheard of, unusual. I'd fucking say go for it. I'm not saying I'd go take my 4-year-old to the tattoo parlor. That's not what I'm saying. But I would appreciate having that type of relationship and nurturing it till you get to that point. Will I go and get a tattoo with you? Yeah, nigga, I would get your first tattoo if you're too shook to get it. Doesn't matter how big, how small. I will find space. Even if I don't have space and the only space is on my face, I will tattoo my face for you to have this experience with me. Always, always. I stand by that. Like, nigga, my family about to be the most inked up.
Do you think we're bad parents?
No. Why?
I think we're the most interesting generation of parents.
Yeah, if anything. Because think about it this way, right? Growing up, we've always been told who's going to hire you with all these tattoos, right? We're always told who's going to marry you with all these tattoos and piercings type shit, you know? Even when it's not about that, you're being sexualized and objectified.
Yeah.
Just because of how you look.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I wouldn't say we're wrong for proving them wrong. You get me? Who's going to hire you with all these tattoos? I got a job with all my tattoos and piercings.
A lot of people are working.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, and I just think also, like, many times when I've met people or parents with tattoos or have experienced parents with tattoos, it's nothing like everybody thinks. I think when maybe your form of expression seems provocative or like it's vulgar, it seems like people think, okay, no, but this person is a tsotsi or something. But it's very different. Like, even talking to them, their diet is different. You know, they don't eat the same things everybody does. They're more quote unquote conscious than the rest of the people. It's not necessarily like everyone who has tattoos is just a badass who's trying to, like, you know, be on some bad timing, you know. It's different. They actually are very conscious parents.
Yeah.
You know, to a point where even as she was about to get the tattoo, her mom reminded her, don't forget, I'm still going through my own tattoo regrets. It's not like you're going to get this and it's going to be fine and dandy. You might regret it in the future. So make sure that you want it and be very sure, because I'm not going to come back and bother these people. You must be very sure. Sign for yourself. You know, I'm here as a guardian, but sign for yourself. Go through the measure. Do everything that you must. Even if there's an aftercare, did you hear your aftercare instructions? And she repeats it to her. So I feel like tatted parents are not what everybody thinks they are.
Tatted parents are the most awesome parents I've seen out there.
Not all of them.
I'm not saying all of
Not
them.
all of
I'm not
them.
saying all of them. I'm not saying all of them.
There
I
is
said
ratchet tattooed parents that I'm
okay.
not proud of.
Okay, let me put it this way, right? To each their own. We have bougie tattooed people, ratchet tattooed people, okay tattooed people, and same to people that are not tattooed up, right? But the reason why I constantly say tatted parents are the coolest parents is because I don't know, but I come from my understanding, they have their own experiences. They have their own type of understanding for why they got this and why they wouldn't want you to do that, but let you do it anyway. You get me? For me, my father's side of the family is inked up. No one thought I was going to get tattoos up until I came back with a full leg and they're like, what the fuck? You know? And then it became our love language. You know, from my mom's side, it's my cousin. I always talk about him. So I don't, and from both sides, they're actually cool parents. They don't have it all, right? But the relationships they do have with their kids are amazing. Not A-star perfect, not worth being envious over, but they do have some form of relationship with their kids. You get me? And that if that doesn't scream awesome, I don't know what else screams awesome.
Do you see the comfort side from the comfort and support side from the dads or the mothers?
Yeah.
Where does it come from? From the mothers.
They're more enthusiastic about it. From just general observation, they actually get to have the final say. I feel like a dad can try and discourage or encourage, but really most times a mom is the one who's more enthusiastic, you know. Okay, are you sure you want to get this? Let's get this now. How are you going to take care of it? Are you sure you want to, like, I feel like they always are the most enthusiastic moms for me.
And this goes to our general observation. The ratio of women to men getting tattoos or piercings.
Yeah.
So as much as it may be a stereotype or fact, women do get more tattoos and piercings than men do, right?
Yeah.
So I have a question for you guys. Do you think from these stats we're seeing with our own 2 eyes, well, 6 eyes, if we're all together like this, right? Do you guys really, really, like, are you guys seeing that women are the pioneers of the industry? At me, I have time. I have all the time.
I'm not sure about pioneers of the industry, but I'll speak based on my just research and what I know. You might be onto something. It's just the word that you use, pioneer. No, they're not pioneers.
Okay, there's a reason why I'm saying pioneer.
It is a very male-dominated industry in terms of work. But the body modification space, I feel like it's led by women. Because we get a lot of women that actually get tattoos compared to men, because the actual stats that people think is that men get more tattoos than women, you know, because they are masculine and all of that. But the factual part is that women get tattoos and they influence men. That has been my observation.
Yes. There's a reason why I'm using the word pioneer, actually, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Currently, modern day society, it's women that are now breaking into the tattooing industry, right? But historically speaking, did you know that it was actually the role of a woman to beautify both the warriors and the young ladies?
No, I didn't know. I wouldn't deny, though.
Exactly, because think about it this way, right? women are beautification gurus. We know everything beauty.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Tattoos are a form of beautification.
Beautification.
So
correct,
are piercings. You get me?
Correct.
So they just been there longer than y'all niggas. It just so happens that our history was wiped and stuff. But one thing I do know, women have a long history background of beautification in different industries. You get me? The reason why I'm saying pioneers of the tattooing industry is because culturally they still have these roles. Even in modern day society, most women are actually tattooing old school. There's a lot of tattoo artists that are starting hand poking for cultural reasons, spiritual reasons, And it's amazing to see that women are actually going back in time to learn all this knowledge and all this information to come back and bring it back the way it was supposed to be. I'm not saying modern day tattoo machines ain't shit. They are the shit, but it's very interesting to see that there's a particular group that has decided to take 10,000 steps back in order to bring this to life the way it should have been in the beginning.
Well, interestingly, so yes, I would like to agree with you on that because I was actually I came across an article that was speaking about women bringing back the tattoo culture. I totally agree with that article because I see a lot of women coming to get like body modification, whether it be like piercings, tattoos, beautification. And in most cases, it is always the ladies leading because, gents, if you have your lady that, got some nice tattoos and you don't have tattoos, the lady will always talk about tattoos. They will always talk about tattoos. And one thing I know, they will always, be fascinated about homies with tattoos. And at some point, it will give you a bit of pressure to end up getting a tattoo to show that you're not a pussy.
A good even.
So, just based on my research, I think women are really influencing us in terms of this body modification space, of which is very confusing why now the workspace is male dominated.
Okay, how do I... Okay, I don't have a reason for that. I can't say there is a reason. This is the reason 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can only theorize, right? But these are my theories, right? Male-dominated industry because then for a very long time, for generations and centuries, women were not allowed to do anything besides stay at home and take care of the babies, right? Remember, there was a time where women couldn't even own a bank account. They needed to get married and have a man handle their finances. They couldn't own land. They couldn't own jack shit but kids, So I think it was during that era, that time, where there was so much taken away from women that they didn't even bother documenting anything. Because for as far as I know, there was even a time where women were told it was unnecessary for them to learn how to read and write. So imagine during that era where women couldn't read and write and they could have documented all this knowledge, there's a lot we're missing on, So now we have all these gaps to fill and investigate and go around and travel and find out for ourselves, so really, really what happened, that's just my theory. I feel like
there's missing information.
Yeah.
There's undocumented information somewhere, somehow.
Yeah, but one thing I do know, there is a clue somewhere, somehow. Somewhere there is a clue,
What's your thoughts?
Something.
Well, I had more of a question than a thought, but I'll start with the thought first. I totally agree that there is lots of information that's missing, especially for us in the African culture. There's parts and elements that were lost in time or in translation. But I actually have a question to pose towards Adelaide. Coming back to this time, I get it, we have noted that women are the biggest consumers, for lack of a better word, in the tattoo industry and in the tattoo space. You, as a woman in the industry now, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you ever feel like there's mistrust from the clientele that you're dealing with? If they, well, for some of them, finding out that you're a woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, yes. Because then, it's actually quite interesting, right? Because I'm like, half the time I don't even think about it that way, right? But then, yes, I do bump into some clients that are like, oh, I thought I was going to get pierced by a guy, because like on TikTok, there's always a guy. If it's not just the guy, it's like, oh, no, I thought it was a shop that's run by guys, Oh, I thought this was for men. I do get that from time to time, How long have you been doing this for? Oh, like, I get that a lot. And as much as like, it sometimes can unrehearsed truth, right? This is the unfiltered truth. I'm sorry if it does offend some people, but it is the truth and it's my truth and I stand by it, right? Sometimes some things that clients do say to you have you questioning, like, do I really have to fucking do this? Why am I doing this? Why are you here if you're not trusting me as your piercing artist? Like, you want something from me. I can give you what you're looking for, Where's the trust?
But you can't trust me because I'm a woman.
You get me? Because I have titties. And half the time, like, it bamboozles the shit out of my soul when it's coming from women. Because it's like, where's the empowerment, shawty? Like, I'm a young hustling ass girl. Say you're proud of me or something. Especially because I'm working in a hard ass industry that doesn't even exist in this country. Like, not that I'm the only piercing artist in the country. I'm not, but like, popularity and marketing and everything, I'd like to say I am one of the few that are known. Not me as Adija, but like where I work and my work and me. I've worked, I've pushed, and I still am, So it is a bit irritating, hurtful, annoying, having to deal with someone that doesn't trust you, because then if you don't trust me, how am I supposed to trust myself to give you an excellent job, to do an excellent job with this, Because then it's like surgery. I'm your doctor. You don't go into it. You don't have a surgery after telling a surgeon, fuck you, I don't want you touching me. And then you expect your surgeon to do a good job, because then they're already going there feeling some type of way because of the fuck you just gave them indirectly. But because it's my job and it's really like, as much as you don't trust me, I really just want your money at the end of the day. I'm still gonna give you a good ass piercing, and you're gonna come back here and look at me in the eyes and smile and say thank you. You want another piercing, and I'm gonna smile as if you didn't hurt my feelings and give you another good piercing.
Okay, and then on the polar opposite side, where you are just a person who's also into tattoos, body modification, what are the common stereotypes that you like bump into in the streets? Being a woman that's heavily tatted, heavily modified.
I'd say I bump into like pretty much the same stereotype heavily tattooed men bump into. The only difference is they don't get catcalled all day, every day.
And the touching.
And the touching. There's some, like, I understand wanting to see my tattoos, because I know we all have eyes and we can use our eyes to see. But you see where you're seeing with your hands and you're like I know they look crazy cool, but I'm not a cat. Don't caress me. And don't touch me. I don't know you like that. I don't know where your hands have been, And then, like, since I've been tattooed, there's this one cat called that every time I hear it, my fence.
So you feel like they don't take you seriously?
Not that they don't take me seriously. I feel like you're discrediting everything. As much as to you, it might sound like a compliment because I'm a woman and I have a lot of tattoo. Muddy tattoo just sounds like
I'm more than my tattoos.
You get me? Good when you see me, I just see like, okay, I know when I said this actually for my interview. I said I wanted to be a walking museum, right? And I am a walking museum, right? But my walking museum, when you go to the museum officially, you don't scream at the paintings now, do you? Like you don't stand there and treat, hey, Brad, Da Vinci, we really must know.
People that will scream is people that wouldn't afford those paintings and they're in the wrong place.
But then my point is, Ndimi, so like, as much as I know I'm a confident, sexy-looking little beast, you know, like I am not trying to have you question my sexiness just because of your rowdy behavior. You get me? Like, I'd rather deal with people staring at me than screaming or catcalling. You see, the eyes, I can walk through the fire. But you see, when everyone is calling you, you're going through, oh my shit, oh my God, he's screaming. Everyone can hear, everyone can see who he's screaming at. Oh my God, how many people are looking? So now it's the voices in my head. It's this person that's constantly screaming. It's me looking around, and every time I look around, there's eyes on me. There's no one that's looking elsewhere. You know, it's like working in the spotlight, and it's like, ish. Sometimes I just want to disappear.
Okay, so given those circumstances that you're facing, why continue in the industry?
Because all of this is for me. Honestly, you know, like all this pain, all this good ass looking ink, all this sexiness, all this fine ass self is really for me. You know, like I do this to look sexy for me. Like I get tattoos. I don't know why people get tattoos, right? But I get tattoos so that when I'm naked in front of the mirror, I be like, shit, mama, fuck, you look good. No, I shit you not, nigga. Me in front of the mirror.
So you're getting tattoos just to look badass.
Nigga.
That's what you're saying.
Not even just to look badass, but like I feel more whole with my tattoos. Like I'm not saying right now I'm 100% feeling whole. But one thing I can say with my chest is I don't feel as naked. You know, I don't feel incomplete. I don't feel like there's a void in my heart. I don't feel like, who the hell is this that's looking at me in the mirror? You know, I don't feel like maybe like just a little black pen and little drawings on my hand will do something. You know, like I don't feel none of that anymore. All of this is genuinely and truly just for me. It's for me. It's not for my mother, not my father, nobody. Nobody said, Adelaide, go and get tattoos. No one said, Adelaide, I'll patel for your tattoos. No. Nobody. It's all me. All me.
Okay.
You answered.
Yeah. Well, I have a few more questions, but you can continue.
Ask.
Okay, and then with all that considered, why do you think other women get tattoos?
For them too. Okay, I hope. One thing
that majorly what I'm trying to ask is, why do you think that the majority of people getting tattoos
are women? For various reasons.
It's different reasons.
Various reasons. One, it could be for self-confidence reasons. E.g., well, like I said, I felt naked. I wasn't confident being in my own naked skin. I lacked a lot of confidence rocking that body.
But also, have you guys noticed that a lot of body modification goes with confidence?
It does, yes.
But a lot of people is to pick up something.
Yes. And some for healing, some for
therapy.
Yeah, some for therapy, some for, I never want to forget this moment. The live in the momenters. I love y'all. You know, different reasons. But then like one thing I would like to believe, and I've always believed about women getting tattoos, it's just genuinely so that we stand in front of the mirror and admire how fucking sexy we look.
Yeah, I totally would agree with that, because most cases, women, when they get tattoos, they want to look beautiful. You know, they want to look at, themselves and feel themselves, so that they don't really need more validation from the next person because she already knows that she's looking sexy. Some others, it's that element of, I feel a bit unsexy, but if maybe I get a tattoo, I would feel really sexy, you know? I think also it's got a lot to do with appeal, how I want to look. Ideally, yes, sometimes, yes, women would say how I'd want to look, but a lot of the times it is women saying, I want to look like this. I want them to look at me so that I look like this. You know, they create, it's like you creating your weave and your makeup and saying, I want to look like Alicia Keys or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Can I say something though?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, okay, I get the beautification part, but a lot of things that I've noticed, especially from older women, to be honest, it's like how can I say it? It's like a moment in time where it's like a form of them having enjoyed something. You know, they went through something a lot, especially with the older women. They went through something and now they want to keep it as like a stamp in time of what they went through. I feel like we can't discredit the experiences that they've gone through. They got this tattoo to remind them, okay, I'm stronger than this. I can do this. You know, I'm bigger than my experiences. This is just a reminder of what I've survived. So I feel like, yeah, it's largely for beauty, but also from my observation, it's more about endurance than anything.
I totally agree.
But
I
wait,
totally agree with that.
Before we move on, like I have a question for Wena and Dumiso, right?
Yes.
So we're talking about why women get tattoos, right? You're a heavily inked up guy. Why do niggas get ink? Like, is it also for sexiness reasons, or is it like, yeah, all the bitches gonna love this ink? So, like, why do gents get tattoos, or why did you get tattoos?
Well, with my story is different. Like, I have a whole story written in my body and the challenges that I went through. When I started ink, it wasn't about when I started, it was about just getting a tat, right? And then it actually got deeper. This thing got into therapy, of which at some point I would just have a lot of challenges. You know, when I have a lot of challenges and feel like things are stuck, things are not going forward, my life is just stuck, you know? And I need some sort of motivation, or I need to go through some pain for me to release, you know? I would go through the pain, and funny enough, when I'm done with my tat, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. I feel like I can take on the world. I feel like that problem is no longer big anymore for me, you know? So it was a combination of challenges, also more good moments where I was winning. And at some point I would look at something that I've done, I'm like, this don't look like me. You know, those moments where I have to pat myself in the back like I did it, you know, because at some point in life, nobody's going to tell you, you know, you did it, because some people understand your dreams, some see it, you know, nobody's going to really tell you, but you have yourself to pat yourself. So me patting myself was tattooing those moments to never actually forget that I once did it, you know. And also a combination of, you know, through traveling and meeting different artists, I would actually get a piece as an honor, you know, of that artist. So all these combinations of struggles and winning look good to people on social media. That's what happens.
True.
Yeah. So that's just why I was getting so much tattoos, and I have so much tattoos.
Okay. So to our viewers out there, this question does apply to all of you also. Can you please comment and let us know, why did you get your tattoos done? Are you heavily inked, small ink, minimalist ink? It doesn't matter what type of ink you have or what type of piercings you do have. Just please engage with us and let us know why, your reasoning behind why you got your tattoos or your body modified, right? It's fun to engage with you guys and stuff. Question?
Yeah, but that's kind of the last one on us touching on the women one. So knowing that there's very limited history and very little writing for women in the tattoo industry, what do both of you hope to do? It doesn't matter the gender really, but what do both of you hope to do to leave an imprint, especially to create an opportunity for more women in the actual industry? Are you guys hoping to do something? Do you think that the problem is too big to do something? Do you think, what do you intend to leave as your imprint on the tattoo industry that would create opportunities maybe for the next girl to believe that, hey, I don't have to be, you know, Ndumiso or somebody else to make it in this industry? What do you hope to do to encourage more women? Or
Are you talking about probably the next generation that's coming
that's
up?
gonna come from.
Like, what legacy do you hope to leave behind in the industry?
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right.
I rephrase it
Is
properly.
sort of but what things do you want to implement sort of in your own little like maybe business or whatever you're doing in terms of the tattoo industry? How do you want to better the opportunity for the next girl who's coming up? You know, even if it's in Dubis, how does he wanna better? I know he's already doing that. He has 2 women working in the shop, so he's had plenty women before, but what do you hope to leave as an imprint? Like, are you hoping to break down stereotypes? Are you hoping to, you know?
Is this solely focused on women or?
No.
Okay, just the upcoming generation.
Yes.
Okay, well, my view, right? You remember we spoke about where there was missing information. There's undocumented information where we can't really find, certain things, because if you check the tattoo industry, if you go way back, it goes so much back that you find a lot of Black people. But in the midst of things, we woke up and it was just, saturated with white people. We thought, no, this is a white people thing. But when you dig into research, you find that actually Black people were into body modification. So meaning that there was information that was undocumented. So what I would love best and do best is making sure that the information, the trail is documented so that the upcoming generation can find information on the internet about, actually, there was a guy that actually started a tattoo parlor in Soweto. This was the guy. This is what he did, That can actually inspire the next person that actually I can open a tattoo shop as a Black person. I can make it happen. I can be in the tattoo industry because there was people before that were actually in this industry and made it a successful industry, So those are my thoughts, documenting and leaving everything on the internet.
Okay. And you?
Okay, I don't know if, for me, it's a little bit different, right? Like, I do care about documenting and all of that, but then, like, honestly, this is something I'm doing because I want to. I did this simply because I wanted to show my sister that anything is possible. I have a sister that has a little bit of confidence issues, but she's okay. She's doing good. And I wanted to show her that, like, it's okay to do whatever it is you want to do. You can still make money out of it. Remember, like, here we don't have that big of an industry to be making money out of anyway, right? And this is something I am passionate about. Before Soweto Ink was here, we did have other tattoo parlors, but then, like, there was no room for me to feel at home there. There was no room for me to actually push myself and say, I can do this. What I hope to do is, I hope every single little girl out there can see and knows and understand that where there's a will, there is a way, buddy. There's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Nobody, no man, no woman, no chicken, no dog, no cat can stand on your way, in your way, for as long as you choose and you're sure that this is for you. What's for you will always come back to you, I want to be able to teach every other little girl out there everything I know. Like, it's okay to like weird shit that's actually for boys. Because that's what I was told growing up. Like, you want tattoos? Those things are for boys. How about they do with women? That's something my age mates in school used to say. But look at me. I'm looking like a handsome little boy, aren't I? Sexiness and everything. Still making money. Passionate. Still deeply in love with my things, Like, anything is possible. It's like, put your mind to it. I want to be able to teach someone that, even if it's not a large group of women, I just hope, like, someone out there sees everything I'm doing and can clock from it, like, shit, Ganavis honey, I went to Sgela with her. She was someone else completely. She wasn't this person. And now she's completely happy, we do have clients that I actually went to school with. The last 2 clients that were here, I went to school with them, and like I was piercing one of them, and she's like, "Yo, you're actually happy," and I'm like, "A lot, what makes you think I wasn't happy?" And she's like, "No, at school you weren't. You never used to smile. I never like I'd smile, yes, but I was always up to some stupid shit. I was naughty. I was always in trouble. I was always a troublemaker because I'm like, fuck dog. But for someone else to actually remember who I was before this and actually acknowledge that, like, yo, you're actually in your element. I want everyone to be able to see that, like, it doesn't matter how it was. It's not what it is, and it's not what will be. Where there's a will, there's a way.
See the rapping I was talking about? You answered that.
Yeah, you guys can move on.
Okay, so I have a couple of interesting fun facts for you guys. This is on both tattoos and piercings and the meanings behind them. So yes, there are tattoos with meanings. Now I'm not saying people with these tattoos, they went through this is why they got that tattoo. No. That is not the reason at all. That's not what I'm saying.
There's people that got them because they don't know, right?
Yes. There's people that got them because they liked how good they looked. But then there's also people that got them for the meanings behind them. So top 5 tattoos with...
So wait, before you get there, what happens if you do like a tat and you find out it's not the meaning that you thought it was?
Papa.
Okay, I don't know. One of 2 options: cover up or embrace the meaning.
Yeah, give it meaning.
Give it a meaning.
Yeah. Because then, okay, there's a lot of people. I don't know how many people know this, right? But there's actually quite a deep meaning behind Medusa tattoos. That's actually one of my favorite tattoos to actually talk about meaning-wise. Not everyone knows the story of Medusa. Not everyone knows the meaning behind Medusa. We all know the general story that, yes, she was a lady with snakes that used to turn you into stone. But did you know that she was actually sexually abused?
I didn't know.
She was. So Medusa tattoos are usually, or the meaning behind them are sexual abuse survivors. People that were in the sexual abuse ring, trafficking, and all of that. They usually identify and overcome the struggles by identifying with the Medusa tattoo, right? Not everyone knows that.
Some people don't know what Medusa is, but we're going to pin it up, yeah.
I'm not saying everyone with a Medusa tattoo got sexually abused. No. It's also a sick fucking tattoo, especially when you do it in different styles, whether it's dot work, realism. It's a sick tattoo. Not everyone that has a Medusa went through that, but it is one of the tattoos with a deeper meaning. But now, does that say
if I see a person with a Medusa, I need to start feeling sorry?
No. Why were you feeling sorry for them? They're not feeling sorry for themselves.
Because of the story of the tat.
I got it as a reminder of what they've overcome. They're over it. This is them coming.
This is like coming out of the closet, basically. Like, own. I went through this, I endured this, and it's basically embracing your skeletons.
It's part of me. I can't do anything about it, so I might as well just embrace this part that happened. Like,
so it's not a cool thing to come up to them and ask them.
It's not a cool thing ever to ask about anyone.
I'm saying it because I hate it too.
Don't do that.
I hate when people come up and ask me what
the meaning of your tattoos are. Really?
No, I hate that.
I think everyone with tattoos hates that. You don't hate when people ask you?
To an extent, because mine actually, some of them were fused. So it's interesting telling them. There's some that are ignorant, obviously, that I'll be like, come on.
I'm still new to the game.
Yeah.
That's why you enjoy telling people.
Okay, so from now on, you are classified with the baby tattoos. She still has baby tattoos.
Yeah. What do you have on number 2 there? On number 2.
Number 2, we have the feather, which represents freedom, spirituality, connection to nature. And these tattoos are usually often picked by people that are looking for a sense of freedom.
But can I say something?
Yes.
Just into that. Feathers are mostly done by people with the cover up.
up by the feathers. Most
They
people
are.
that come up with someone with a feather. I'm telling you.
Guys, hasorathe.
But you guys are messing them up there by the feathers.
We're not laughing at your tattoos. We're not laughing at the meaning of the tattoos. It's just, it's one of those tattoos that if not executed right, it will heal.
What did it say? I saw some girl. Do you know this other guy called?
We're not name dropping.
Oh, should I name drop? I want to name drop this one. Can I give one this guy? The scammer, the forex scammer.
You.
Fucking Grootman?
Yeah. So the
It's
woman
not
covered the tattoo, covered his name with a feather. What does the feather mean again?
Freedom.
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 He was free from the bullshit, I guess. Because they use it like for a lot of cover-ups.
I mean, yeah, but then also we do cover feathers also. As much as it's a popular tattoo for cover-ups, it's also the most covered tattoo.
I was about to say, like, I feel like lots of people cover up their feathers. Like,
They are covering up their feathers.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're doing them wrong there by the feathers. Because do you know people like actually cover up feathers? That I feel like it's Adelaide's right. It's one of the most covered up tattoos.
But also it's the most used tattoo for a cover.
up.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, and then a tree with roots. Yep.
Yeah.
The most cool, simple tattoo actually does have a deep meaning. It represents, a tree tattoo with deep visible roots can symbolize the journey through healing, abuse, foundation, and support, right? So basically it's a journey tattoo. It represents your traumas, your overcoming, your strengths, and the beginning, the end.
So then why is there like a lot of family trees?
Because families come with trauma.
Is that the reason?
I mean, think about it.
That's
Families do
crazy.
come with a lot of trauma. They're very traumatizing. That's why.
Yeah, but that's not why they're doing the family tree tattoo.
That's not why we're doing the family tree. Family trees represent your family tree, right?
But a lot of people would do like a tree with roots and say, I want to add my family's names.
No. Then that's different. But then just the aspect of the tree with roots, just that alone, just the tree with visible roots. That's what it represents. That's the meaning behind it. Like a tree tattoo with deep visible roots can symbolize a journey of healing from past abuse, with roots representing the foundation of support and strength needed to grow and thrive.
You know, guys, we'll go mad with these meanings of tattoos because if you find out what your tattoos mean, you'll really go crazy, to be honest.
But you should be doing your research either way, though.
Yeah.
But most people don't do research.
What?
But this is going to be on your body forever. You need to.
But I know.
But how many people were picking tattoos out of their head at the festival?
Okay, a lot. I'm actually one of the people that sees something super fucking sick and I decide I want this on my body, right? I'm one of them, and then I do my research either on the spot or after. But then, like, if I resonate with a tattoo, I get it. You know, like I usually say this. I have 0, 0, 0, 0 emotional attachments to my sleeve, but all these tattoos are sentimental because they do represent a particular point in my life. You know, like when life was ugly and I had to get a beautiful tattoo so that you and I can see the beauty of life. I have a heart with a sharing gun because they broke my heart. Fuck you, nigga. But it's cool. I forgive you.
I actually think, in as much as they were flash tattoos and they were on the spot and stuff, they got stuff that was, how can I say, that resonated with them. That, like, for example, they wanted something to memorize them camping or to, like, have a memoir of them being at Bushfire, so they got a fire. You know, for the dad and the daughter, I remember they're almost best friends. So he's her Rick, she's his Morty, like things like that. It's not like way out of the person's spectrum to be thinking of getting that tattoo. Yeah, it's on the spot and it's impulsive, but I don't think they didn't understand. They gave the tattoos meaning, basically.
They gave it meanings.
Yes.
Coming to a point where they have different meanings. But anyway,
But that's what we're saying.
We'll talk the whole day. We'll talk the whole day.
We really, really will.
But you shouldn't be getting, I feel like genuinely you shouldn't be getting them if you don't know at least what some of it means. It's gonna be on your body for the rest of your life though.
But
Okay, okay. I don't know. It's like, it doesn't matter how much research you do, right? The one tattoo you actually fuck with, if you do too much research on it, the meaning might fuck up your like for it.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
I disagree with
ignorance is bliss. Okay, let me tell you why I say this. This is because I have a tattoo. I should be regretting it in every single way, but I don't. Right? My grip, Matthias and Ruby, my favorite tattoo, is actually one of the tattoos I should be regretting the most right now. Because not only does it represent death, not only am I attracting death or anything, and not only did I make a covenant with death, as some spiritual people would say, right? But it's also a tattoo that basically, according to spiritual people and the internet, has given the devil leeway over my soul.
Basically, it comes back to what they're saying, that some tattoos are portals.
Yeah, you know. But let me tell you something. Since I got my death tattoo, I ain't tried to kill myself. I ain't been in the pits the way I was in the pits. You know, like, I've been in the pits before, but I ain't tried shit since I got it. You know. So if anything, Lil Matthias and Ruby done helped me out way more than any of y'all and them doctors ever did.
So before you were suicidal, before Matthias.
Hey, hot. Yo. Anyway.
It was hectic, guys.
A story for another day. When I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day I'll have the courage to actually talk about it.
Do we have another one there? We're running out of time.
We're out
Our
of time.
timekeeper has shown me the watch so many times.
We're out of time. Okay, so episode 6, we are actually going to be on our next episode, we're going to be breaking down more tattoos and their meanings and meanings behind piercings as well. So there is a part 2 to this episode. Stay tuned, right? Guys, I'm saying this again. Please send us your stories. If you want to share your tattoo stories with us, email us at
mtnpodcast@sowetoinc.com.
mtspodcast@sowetoinc.com. The link will be
down
linked
below
on the description box and somewhere here for you to click on. But send us your story. And we are still taking in pro bono clients for the scar cover-ups.
Yes, talking about the mental health, yes, we are still taking clients. Anybody out there that has self-harm scars that they want to cover up with tattoos, Soweto is still there taking those, and we are doing them for free. So you just need to give us your story, hit us up with the story. Let's see if we can help you and change your scars to stories.
Mm-hmm. And if you'd like to join us on the podcast, same thing, send us your story and we will hit you back up very soon, right?
Yeah.
And that is all for our episode 5. It's just a little teaser. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing us just ramble on. And Ame has a nice voice, huh? I know she does. She does. Anyways, it's about that time with the cakes and the singings, because happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Ame.
Happy birthday to the AMS. Our MZ Popsies is getting old. Shit.
Yeah, in closing, guys, we thank your support, the small support that you're giving us. We love each and every one of you that supports us, and please make sure you catch us at we had YSO on the 30th of June or something.
Yes, I almost forgot. Guys, we will see you at YSO Warehouse
Wiser
edition.
and Friends, yeah.
Is it 2.0 or is it 3.0?
3.0.
It's 3.0.
Yeah.
Yes, catch us at Wiso Sundays, Warehouse Edition 3.0 on the 30th of June. We will be there. We'll be rocking. We'll be looking awesome. Come chill with us if you can. Come get your piercings and your tattoos. You never know. Maybe they're doing things, but we look forward to seeing you guys. And don't forget your bank cards.
Yeah, if you want to hit us up and invite us on your events, just let us know, hit us up. We might pop in with the team and come to the events and support your events. With all love, Yaram Taung is out.